I've officially sold out of...
I think I was wondering whether or not I fit in at an event like Megacon. Good morning and welcome to another convention vlog. Today is the setup date for Megacon London 2026. First of all, it's my first time doing a Megacon London. I have done Megacon Farnborough before, as I talked about in one of my previous vlogs. But this will be my first time doing Megacon London. It's obviously an interesting time of year for a convention to be happening because it's January, so I feel on one hand a lot of people are probably still recovering from Christmas, but at the same time, because it's later in the month, it's possible people will have kind of like got their January paycheck by now and they might be kind of itching to get out of their homes and go to an event like this. This convention is back at the Excel Centre where I was in October for MCM Comic Con. So it's nice that I'm used to the venue and it's going to be somewhere familiar, and I think like the loading and unloading system is going to be very similar to what it was for MCM, so that's nice. But at the same time, it's going to be probably a very different convention because they only use half of the amount of space for Megacon that they do for MCM. So it's like a half the size of what that convention was. Maybe that'll be kind of nice because I'll get to see more of the entire event. But yeah, it's just something to bear in mind that it will probably feel very different to what MCM did back in October. I haven't really got anything new or groundbreaking that I'm going to be introducing or trying at this convention. I do have a few new products like a new mini print and some new stickers, which will be nice just to have something fresh to give people. Also, if you don't know me, my name is Britt. I am an illustrator and teeny tiny business owner currently selling my art online on Etsy and Shopify and at conventions and markets around the UK, which is what we're doing today. I've been really enjoying sharing my experience as a freelance artist over here on YouTube, as well as my other social medias. So if that seems like something you want to keep up with, then feel free to subscribe. Anyway, on to the vlog. Okay, so forgive the awful sketch, but you know, this is what we're working with right now. I'm filming this to prove that I actually did some planning this time. I just wanted to put a little bit more thought into it this time before just turning up to set up and hoping for the best. The three reference pictures that I have here are Megacon Farnborough, because that's the only other Megacon I've done, and I actually have two tables, the main table and one backing table here for this display, which is the same as what I will have for Megacon London, so I figured that was a good one to use as a reference. Then my most recent convention, which was MCM London. I liked this side of the table in particular, so I wanted to include that as a reference. And then the last reference I have here is actually my Hyper Japan table, and I think this is my favorite table display that I've done so far. But it is also the biggest table space that I've ever had. It is two tables, but as opposed to with Megacon where you were only allowed to put them like parallel to each other, you weren't allowed to do like a perpendicular corner display. I was able to do that for Hyper Japan. So because my table space again is on a corner like it was here, I think this time around I would like to utilize the corner a little bit more than I did there. So that's why I brought in this corner display example, because I'm basically trying to see if there's a way I can almost condense this into a 6 foot space lengthways. So basically this area here, this would be like the, hang on, let me just get a little drawing layer going. This would be like predominantly prints over here. So the kind of display, a bit like what I had down here in the Hyper Japan example. Mini print display, this one here, that will be there. And then my other sort of dish rack displays of prints in front of it. And then this corner, I'm imagining, I haven't really drawn much in there, but I'm imagining like I can use that for my keychains. Then over here, this would be my t-shirts here. This here is representative of my little child's market stand that I have been using to display my tote bags, and it has been great for that. So same as MCM, I was thinking that I would have my t-shirts above and then tote bags below, hanging here and in the little bins below. However, I'm actually quite low on tote bags, so I'm thinking about doing a little experiment and putting some of my large prints on this thing instead of my tote bags, because I actually have a large size of square prints that I haven't been able to bring to many conventions at all just because of space. And I just have all these large prints and I would love to sell them, or I'd love to showcase them and try to sell them. So I'm actually thinking, because I don't have that many tote bags, I'll continue to use the bin space down here for tote bags, but I'll actually hang some of my really large prints here for people to flick through and see how that goes. And I'm thinking that these here could still be where I display my tote bags, so that people can kind of see the full designs and then they can grab them down here. Obviously, what I don't like about that is that I'm kind of splitting up where the prints are, because the prints predominantly here and then they're going to be here too. But at the same time, I think it could be cool because like the scale of them could be quite eye-catching, and it would just be nice to be able to bring more of those large prints to the center of my table, I guess. And then of course, like, I'll be here. This will be me. And that's always the thing. It's like, oh, I hope that, you know, people can see me. I don't want to be like too obscured back there. But in theory, I think this should work. It's 3 p.m. right now. Charlie's just dropped me off and taken the car back so I can set up. I feel like it's going to be pretty chill. I did manage to like twist my ankle bringing the boxes down the stairs, which is not ideal, but it's feeling a little bit better now after sitting down in the car for a bit, so hopefully it's not going to derail my weekend at all. But no other plans today, so fingers crossed for a nice easy setup process.
Attention all visitors, please be aware about 20 minutes to finish building before we need to be outside.
Good morning. So just doing my first check-in of the day, kind of late. It's an hour into the convention. It is 10 a.m. Priority entry opened at 9 a.m. and I didn't expect it to be like super crazy busy or anything, and it wasn't. So I was on the money with that, but that was good because, like, as usual, I was still tweaking my display, and I have got it all together now, got all the essentials up, got my card machine working and everything like that. But there are some things I would change, like just little things here and there that I'll probably try and change for tomorrow, but I'm trying to just leave it alone for now because I have to focus on behind the table, not in front of the table. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. In terms of how I'm feeling now, Yeah, I'm not nervous per se, but I'm a little bit like apprehensive as to how this is going to go. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to manifest this, but I just feel like I'm not going to make any money. Oh my God, I can't even believe I just said that. I take it back. I'm going to make loads. I don't know. I don't know. I'm like wondering if people are going to vibe with my stuff or not. I don't know. I'll probably be able to articulate about that better afterwards, or maybe even tomorrow. But right now, it's just a feeling, a little worry, a little anxiety. I already made one sale, so that was nice. Someone's bought a Mother's Day gift, which was nice. A Subscribe t-shirt and a card for their mom. Don't forget to celebrate your moms if you live in the UK. Mother's Day's coming up, so yeah. Otherwise, yeah, I dropped off my stamp rally prizes. Got my flyers. Need to remember to tell people about it if they buy cat-related stuff, and I think that's it. Oh, also a moment for my incredibly half-assed casual costume. I guess homage. We'll go with homage because I'm too purist to call this an actual cosplay. It is inspired by one of her outfits, but I don't know if anyone's going to recognize me. I guess the mask is the only giveaway. So yeah, AE6. It's so difficult to find people. Are you doing a stamp rally? Yeah. Okay, no worries. People are really struggling to find their way around to these stamp rallies, but I think it's just like the table naming conventions are always kind of confusing, and there's no numbers on the rows, so I definitely think there's going to be a lot of lost stamp rally people, just because I even got lost trying to give my prizes to my stamp rally organizer yesterday, so I'm kind of like, let's see how people get on with doing the actual rally. Let's see. I just talked for like 10 minutes with my mic off, so I'm going to have to re-record, but I'm doing another check-in. It's been 2 hours since my last check-in. It's 11:45 now, so we are over 2 hours into the convention, and the hall's definitely filled out a lot. It's a lot more busy now. It's like nothing too crazy in terms of the halls aren't completely rammed, but there's quite a lot of people here, which is encouraging. In terms of sales, it's been okay. It hasn't been super busy, and I feel like most people have been purchasing lower ticket items, like the stickers. The sticker deal has been my most popular, but that's quite common. And one thing I've noticed is that everything that I have sold has been fan art. I haven't sold anything original, which is, I guess, interesting, and I think maybe a reflection of the crowd at Megacon. I think that the people that come here are more interested in fan art overall, so I'm kind of wondering how well I'll do, because I do have like quite a high percentage of original art, so I'm still a little bit tentative and apprehensive from that respect, I guess, of how much I'm going to sell this weekend, but you know, we just have to see how it goes. I haven't yet seen whether or not displaying my prints more front and center or having my large prints displayed where I used to display my tote bags has paid off yet. People have been flicking through it, but I haven't sold any yet, which I kind of knew. I mean, they're my most expensive items, my large prints, so they're going to be a harder sell. And if I even just sell one this weekend, I think that'll be a win. So I'm just going to keep tabs on that as it goes along. Because I haven't sold any original art, I haven't given out any stamp rally sheets yet, because the stamp rally that I'm in is specifically to do with cats and food. And my original art is cats and food, but my fan art is not. So I haven't actually told anyone about the stamp rally yet, but again, we'll have to see if that changes. I would love to give all of my flyers out. Oh, the only other thing I was going to say is that some people have recognized my cosplay and complimented me on it, so that has been really nice. I guess I thought people would recognize the mask, but I didn't expect a lot of people to actually comment on it, and they have, so that's always nice. I've taken a couple breaks from my table to get coffee and water and all of that, and I haven't felt too bad leaving it. Like, there's a chance I could have missed out on sales, but it hasn't felt like I had to be here, so it's that kind of middle ground of busy right now. But anyway, I will probably check in a couple more hours and let you know how it's going and if there's anything interesting that's happened. But for now, I'm going to just sign off. See you later.
My favourite person's with me. Oh, bonk. So I didn't really do an end of the day table tour yesterday, so I'm going to do a morning, I guess, refresh now of what sold well yesterday and any bits that I need to replenish and so on. I guess the thing I would start with is these. Oh god, every time I close this box they like literally scatter, but I need to put all these back up. But I literally only have 2 left finally, so hopefully these sell pretty early and then I can maybe put like out some sale t-shirts or something in the space where they were, or maybe I can display more tote bags because right now I only have space really to display 2 of my tote bags at a time and the rest are in the bins. Which people have been still buying the tote bags. I wasn't sure if sales would slow down because I'm not hanging them up above anymore and I'm probably selling less, but they're still selling, so that's good. Stickers, everything seems fine. I have enough of everything. Pouches, I've sold a few of these, not loads, but a few, and I guess I'll put another soju one in there. I need to remember to give out more stamp rally sheets today. I kept forgetting yesterday, so that's something on my list. I didn't sell very many t-shirts yesterday. I think I only sold 2, like one Set Sprite and one of the soju trio ones, so I've got tons of those. Hopefully I sell some more of those today because that stock just takes up so much space in my house. Prints wise, let's see, I sold a lot of postcards, so yeah, I need to replenish the Soot Sprite one. So I think the others are all fine. I will get some more of those. Keychains, so I think the only keychain style I sold yesterday was this one. This is definitely the most popular design by far yesterday. And I don't think I sold any of those. Oh, and I actually meant to bring some more today of these. But I should have written that down because I completely forgot. And now I only have a few of those, which is kind of annoying. But it is what it is. I will see if other designs are more popular today. And hopefully I have enough. Prints-wise, I only have one of these left out. So anything I only have one out, I'll put another one out to go with it. No one's bought any of these ones yet. I've sold a few peach sojus, so I'll put out a couple more of those, but the other ones I still have plenty. A4 prints, plenty of those. Same in here. I think I won't need to really restock anything. I haven't sold that many large prints. Mini prints. I'm doubtful I'm going to need to restock any of these, honestly. I've sold a few. I didn't sell loads, so Yeah, stock wise, we're actually pretty good. Mystery bags, I've sold maybe like 1 or 2, not a lot. So they are absolutely fine where they are. Anyway, the convention's already open, and let me turn the camera around. So the convention is already open. Super quiet right now. We will see how it goes today. I'm happy that Charlie's going to be with me today, so it should be a lot more chill. I'll be able to take more breaks and walk around, and it'll just be more fun. I get so bored when I'm on my own, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, I will hopefully do a few more check-ins than I did yesterday. I don't know, maybe a similar amount. We'll see how empty the day is and how much I feel like I have to say, but I'm hoping I'm going to do a lot of looking around, spending some of my cash at other artist study tables. So that will probably be what a lot of my content will be this weekend, I think. I've officially sold out of Animal Friends mystery charms, so I'm gonna take the display ones because none of them are like damaged or anything, I don't think, and just put them in my sale keychain basket with my other sale keychains. I think I had one, but you can. Thank you so much. Have a good rest of your day. I feel the need to do a check-in as I haven't really done one for a while. It's 12:40, so it is almost 3 hours into the convention now, and overall verdict is it's very, I want to say quiet, but you know what, it's not that there's no one here, there are people here, but it's like very quiet in terms of selling. Yeah, I don't know if it's a case of like a slow start or just it's going to be a slow day, but we'll see. I have been selling a few t-shirts today, which has been really nice, and it's been lovely having Charlie here to help as well. So I've been able to like go around and see other people's stalls, which I've been really enjoying. I'm actually currently stroking this adorable crochet cat by, gosh, her name has escaped me right now. I'm going to tag it, but she's lovely. It's been really nice to meet her this weekend. We also got this adorable little chicken. Charlie's saying that it's like me and him being a chicken. So. But yeah, I'm having a nice time today, despite the fact that it's been a bit slow. I did manage to make table back yesterday, so that has taken off some of the, I guess, pressure a little bit from today. Still definitely think I'm going to be under what my goal was. So maybe I either overestimated the convention, or it's just not exactly my scene, or it's just a slower weekend for whatever reason. Apparently there were closures in the tubes and the trains, so that could have impacted it a little bit. People were kind of in general seem to be thinking that to
that yesterday was a really good turnout and that today is quieter than they expected. So I guess maybe that will be well. Otherwise, Charlie's gone to check out the food situation at the moment. It's still pretty early, but we're both kind of cookish. So probably going to get snatched from lunch today, which would be good. And otherwise, fingers crossed that things do pick up a little bit because that would be nice. But even if they don't, I've had a really good time shopping. I think I've probably already spent everything that I've made today on other art. It's fine. That's just the way the cooking goes sometimes.
Show me your donuts.
These are different donuts.
Different.
Yeah, they're different than the normal donuts.
It has been a minute, but it is finally time to talk about Megacon London, and I'm going to make this quick, I swear, because I actually have things to do today. I've got a train to catch. So let's quickly go through all of my thoughts on this convention. So this was my first convention of the year, and I had a nice time. I will say though, this convention put me into like a deep state of thought about my place in the convention world and the convention scene and my brand and the types of events I should be attending and what I should be doing at my table. And I was getting real existential out here after this event. So this is a very necessary review portion, I think, to just touch on some of that a little bit. Let's get into it. Right, so I'm going to start with the good, because we should start positive. So this is actually my second Megacon event that I've ever attended. My first Megacon was Megacon Farnborough, and that was actually their first ever time doing that location. So I didn't have much of an idea of what Megacon events were like. And yeah, there were good vibes in Farnborough, and I will say it was exactly the same in London. It was a good crowd. All of my customers were really lovely. Always, I mean, most of the events that I do, I have like really nice customers, but I think you could feel that the crowd was relaxed, and that always makes a difference. Considering that the show happens at the XL, which is the same place that MCM London happens, there's like markedly a difference in the atmosphere at this convention, just because it's a lot more quiet, it's a lot more chill. There's a lot more space to get around. There's like, I guess, less of that big buzz that you get with MCM, but it does mean that you can relax more and enjoy your day more, I think, as an attendee. It is smaller as well, that's something to bear in mind. But I think for families and people in like big cosplays and stuff like that, it is maybe a preferable option, and I can see why. It was really lovely seeing some really cool cosplays and, you know, people having the space to move around in them as well. Also, the same as Megacon Farnborough, is very clean in there, which I like. Like, it's nice to come in and have just like a nice clean carpet, and you know, they have their signage and they have their branding, and I think it all looks very, very nice and put together. So that was the same with London as it was with Farnborough. I think the XL is a really nice venue. I think it's got loads of facilities for exhibitors, and it's got lots of food options in the hall, and it's big and spacious and bright. So yeah, no complaints about the XL's convention centre. It's pretty easy for me to get to. I did travel there on public transport on the Saturday, and then I got a lift with Charlie on Sunday just because of packing down and everything like that. We parked at the XL on the Sunday, and there is parking. The parking's kind of expensive. It's like 30 quid for the day, but like, what can you do? I would say that the standard of art was really good at this convention, and I had a great time going around and shopping. I found that at Farnborough as well, actually. I think it's a testament to the nice atmosphere and the more sort of quiet and easy to get around atmosphere that I was able to enjoy shopping at both of those conventions, whereas I rarely did any shopping at MCM just because of how hectic it was. So that really shows that this event is kind of filling a gap, I think, in the convention circuit for people that don't want to have as crazy a time as that, and they want to have a bit more space to move around and browse. And yeah, I got some really cute goodies. I will do a little haul at the very end of the video, so stay tuned for that if you are interested to see what I got. Okay, let me move on to the bad now. My bad list is very small. See, very small. There's not that much to say, but there are a couple things that I do have to say about this convention and maybe Megacons in general, because I think some of this was probably present in Farnborough and I just didn't notice because it was my first rodeo. But let's get into it now. I think the number one thing, and I mentioned this in the video, is the lack of signage on the rows specifically, like maybe in general, but especially on the rows, because it's just difficult for everyone. It's difficult for the exhibitors and it's difficult for the attendees to find people. You know, it's very common that a lot of us are going to be posting up about the events on our social medias and telling people what our table numbers are, what our rows are, etc. So to then have the people that see those advertisements online, like our followers or just other people, come and try and find us and not be able to find us, it's like annoying for everyone, especially with things like stamp rallies and that kind of thing that a lot of artists organize themselves to try and make extra fun for the attendees and also help us to make more sales. They became really difficult to pull off because there was just no signage. People were confused. I was confused. I couldn't find other tables a lot of the time. I don't know that they ever did add signage to the ends of the road. I think maybe some people said they did on Sunday. I didn't notice it, but a lot of people like me, we took it upon ourselves to start labeling them ourselves to try and make it easier for people. I think it would be a small change for them to make for a big improvement to just label the rows and areas of the convention more clearly so that people can find where they want to go more easily. In terms of the way that the sort of like tables are organized, again, I guess I really don't love the corridor system that they have with the arrangement of the tables. Basically what I mean is that there's no gaps between the tables other than at the ends of the rows, and I think this is common for like a few events. I've been to other events that do this, but I don't like it. And this is coming from somebody that has been on the end of the row at both Megacon Farnborough and Megacon London. So I have actually had my own exit that I can very easily get out of, but everybody else has had to either come through mine or the other end. And I just think it's like awkward for people and it's a little bit disruptive, and also like you're trapping somebody in there. It's like they're in the middle aisle seat of the aeroplane and like I feel bad and they probably feel bad, and it's not super accessible. Like I had a table neighbor and her mum was helping out, and her mum was a wheelchair user, and so having to like get past those rows back there wasn't very easy for her. And yeah, it was awkward. It would be really nice if they could do something more like MCM where they actually do have like gaps between each table, because it's just so much more comfortable for a weekend long event. I know I talked about it being clean, but there was this weird pee smell and multiple people picked up on it, and I don't know what it was, and it was at random places in the hall, but it was like so off-putting that I wrote it down in my notes at the time, because what was that? I don't know. Maybe it's like some kind of cleaning product. Maybe it was a problem with the convention center. I didn't like it. Yeah, I didn't like that. That's the end of my negatives list. Oh wait, no, there's one more. There was an issue with chairs at the beginning. Like basically people that bought 2 wristbands, so it's kind of implied that they will have 2 helpers at their table, right, or themselves and another helper, only got 1 chair. Like everybody only got 1 chair, which I guess isn't ideal because you don't know who their helper is, what their like situation is, how much they're going to need to sit down. It would have been nice if they could have considered that and provided enough chairs based on the amount of wristbands that each person had purchased. But that's it. That is it for real. Those are the negatives. So let's move on to the neutral. This category I'm calling the neutral because it is not good or bad, or either it's not good or bad, or it's just something that's very personal to me and won't apply to everyone, but I think is worth mentioning. So one thing that I think really stood out to me at this convention was that fan art really shines here. Like, I think if you are predominantly a fan artist, you can do really well at Megacon London. This convention's audience is a more niche, younger audience that are really kind of interested in coming and celebrating their favorite fandoms and finding merch of that. And I think that is the most prevalent person that is attending this convention, and that is reflected in the way that they're purchasing. So if you are a fan artist or someone that does a lot of fan art, I definitely think you should be applying for Megacons because the crowd laps it up. They lap it up. I said that when I first got there, I was a little bit nervous because I didn't have as much fan art. And I think those nerves were kind of justified because that was definitely what I think people were after. And I do have like a decent amount of fan art, but a lot of it's kind of like buried in my other stuff. So I don't know like how eye-catching my booth is from that perspective to people that are just like looking for a character or looking for a certain IP. I will get into the numbers now actually to just kind of, I guess, highlight this a bit more before I go into my final thoughts. And I put this as a neutral point, but I did make a profit, which I would say is a positive of the event. It's always a good thing. I mean, I'm at the stage now where I think an event where I don't make a profit at, I will be really questioning whether or not to do it again. But I did make a profit, so I am happy with that. I will just say that it fell under my expectations of the profit I was going to make, which could be a me problem for setting my expectations too high again. But it's worth noting that it fell like a decent amount under my expectations, but they were granted probably a little bit too high. In terms of what my costs were, I've done a kind of ballpark figure of around 500 for my costs. They were pretty low because I was local, other than quite a hefty table fee of £396, which is quite a lot. I think Megacon table fees are high, considering it's like, I mean, you get the second backing table and everything, but apart from that, it does just kind of feel like a regular 6-foot table spot. I don't think it feels that different to the Artist Alley, Art Creator Village spots that they have that are a bit cheaper. Yeah, the Tradle tables are expensive at a Megacon. In total, I brought in £891 from the event, and that was £471 on Saturday and £420 on the Sunday, which is interesting. It was like pretty much an even split for me, just slightly more on the Saturday, which I don't know if it felt like that at the time. I think it felt kind of slower on the Sunday. It always feels slower on the Sunday, even if it's not. But yeah, there was kind of an even split for me, so make of that what you will. In terms of designs that sold well, people loved the Animal Crossing stickers. I sold out of all of my Animal Crossing charms as well, which is good because I've been trying to do that for a while. So that was, I guess, the piece of fan art or the fan art series that brought the most eyes to my table, I suppose, was the Animal Crossing stuff. Same with the postcards. I sold a lot of postcards, the Animal Crossing one, and also all of the Ghibli designs. I sold quite a few of those. In terms of my original art, I did sell quite a few of the fried chicken cat prints. So that was definitely a runaway popular design at this convention. After that, I did sell a couple of Julep Gramian shirts, which is good because they're a higher ticket item on my table. And also the Burger Cat totes did quite well. In general, my tote bags still sold well with them not being displayed on the top of my market stall. But I didn't sell any of those large prints. I think I might have sold one A3 one, but none of the super large ones. People were looking through them. So there's that. But yes, basically coming away with a decent profit, but not the best, and maybe feeling like I could have done better, made me really get into my head at the end of and after this convention. I think I was wondering whether or not I fit in at an event like Megacon. I've said this before, specifically during my Hyper Japan vlog, I believe, but my audience and my niche, it almost straddles the kind of normie side of things and the more, I don't know what the right word is, but the more kind of like niche nerdy side of things. I have art which can appeal to a broad range of people, but also has references to very specific games and series and things like that resonates with a more niche audience. And I think sometimes, I don't know, I think there are events like Hyper Japan that were like the perfect synergy of those two audiences, but a lot of events I'm kind of struggling to know if it is my place or not. For something like Megacon, should I tailor my table to be more fan art heavy? Should I be putting more effort into my fan art stuff? Should I be increasing that amount of fan art stuff that I have? Or on the converse, do I just lean in more heavily to my original art and kind of make that more of my niche? I mean, these are all questions I've been kind of asking myself a lot this year in terms of the new art that I'm making, in terms of kind of refining my brand. Right now, it's possible that what I'm offering is too broad, and that I need to kind of commit to being a fan artist at the conventions or being an original artist at the conventions. And the thing that's special about me is my original niche. And I still have quite a wide range of products and designs and themes within my work. And I think going forward, it's time to start like honing in on what's really working, not just what's selling, but like what's working for me and what feels authentic. I don't know if that's going to mean like taking a little break from conventions like Megacon. I don't know if it means I broaden the amount of conventions that I'm trying or events, or like try more art markets again. But I think Megacon has heralded a time of experimentation and maybe a more cutthroat time for me of thinking about, okay, what's working? What do I want to work? What do I want to do going forward? What is my thing? What face am I putting forward to the crowd at these events? I want to be confident in it. I want to know what I'm offering. And then I think I'll have a better idea of how I'm going to perform at certain events as well, because I'll just be more confident in my brand. I feel like I'm rambling so much through this. I hope it's making sense. But yeah, it just got me thinking about all of that stuff. For me, I'm still working out what my strategy will be, and we will see. We'll see what comes out of that. It's possible that I will lean away more from fan art, but it's also possible that there's a way that I can keep doing the type of fan art I'm doing and just make more of a feature of it at conventions like Megacon. I think I've waffled on for more than long enough. That's pretty much everything that I wanted to say. Yeah, like I said, lots of questions in my head going forward from this convention, and that's why it's actually really good to go to events, even ones that you're not sure if they're your main target audience, because sometimes that is what it takes to just like get you to make decisions about your business and about the artwork that you're making. So I'm going to take that as positive, and I'm happy that I made a profit, and I'm happy that I attended. If I saw you there and you came up and you said that you watched my channel, thank you so much. It means so much to me to know that these videos are getting out to people, especially other artists who are just starting out. It was so lovely to meet some of you as well. I had a great time, I think, just like catching up with people and chatting. So thank you so much for making my weekend special. I'm gonna go on to a little haul after this, just so you can see what I bought. And yeah, apart from that, I will see you next time. Bye.